But we want to talk more about this Apple lawsuit right now as Adam Kovacevich joins us. Adam's the founder and CEO at Chamber of Progress and former policy leader at Google back in the day. So I want you to explain to me, from someone in this sector, what all of this means. But I'll put up the piece you wrote about it, and maybe we could start there because it'll make the point for us. Sure. I think that the government's new Apple antitrust case would force iPhones to look like Androids. So let's start there, explain that, and we'll talk through it here and how important this is.
Sure. That's right. Look, we have two leading operating systems. One is iOS. It's more of a closed walled garden. It's a very integrated experience. It works super well with Apple services like CarPlay and Find My Phone and Apple Wallet. On the other hand, we've got Android. Android is intentionally a more open, more flexible system. It's used by a bunch of OEMs, and it's intentionally designed to be not open. You sort of think about it as like iOS is like Disneyland and Android's like Yosemite National Park, right? Huh. But what this case is really doing is saying, Apple, you had that integrated experience that, by the way, millions of consumers like and have chosen, you can't do anymore. You have to make your operating system much more like Android. And the reality is we already have these two models and people can choose freely between them. And so I'm concerned that it's like the government telling Disneyland that they have to look like Yosemite National Park when a lot of people choose Disneyland in this situation.
Right, that's a good point. Now, by the numbers, we could look at the market share for Apple was 64% in terms of its iPhones in the fourth quarter of last year. You see the sales, $200 billion. Now, I want to listen to the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, and have Adam respond to this. Here's what he said at the news conference earlier today.
As any iPhone user who has ever seen a green text message or received a tiny, grainy video can attest, Apple's anti-competitive conduct also includes making it more difficult for iPhone users to message with users of non-Apple products. It does this by diminishing the functionality of its own messaging app and by diminishing the functionality of third-party messaging apps. By doing so, Apple knowingly and deliberately degrades quality, privacy, and security for its users.
So using that, blue message, green message comparison that we all know, those of us who have iPhones, to make a larger point, though, is it a fair point?
Well, look, I've owned both Androids and iPhones, and some people are driven crazy by the blue bubble, green bubble thing. The lawsuit literally talks about social stigma associated with green bubbles, and I get that that can be inconvenient. I'm not sure that's the basis for an antitrust complaint, and I'm not sure that's going to be the basis for a court to say, yeah, that's clearly a problem under the antitrust law. And I think that's the key thing here. You have to understand the antitrust laws aren't really about protecting competitors. They're about protecting consumers.
Right.
The reality is in messaging, we have a lot of messaging apps. We have WhatsApp, we have Facebook Messenger, we have iMessage, we have all these things that are, many of which are cross-platform. And so I just don't know that at the end of the day that a court's going to be terribly sympathetic to the green bubble, blue bubble argument in terms of like, are they going to really force radical change on iOS, an operating system? Again, 130 million Americans have chosen because of that.
Right, and I'll go back to your earlier point to end on. We have other options, right? Is what you're saying? Is that you could just you could get an Android, or you don't have to use iMessage to message. You can do it on WhatsApp or whatever you want to do. But there's a lot of other options out here, so you just don't. It doesn't sound to me think this monopoly argument has much standing.
No, I think we've actually seen court cases, by the way. Epic Games sued Apple. And in that case, a federal judge said, look, we have these two models, and actually they are each other's main competitor. And that's the exact kind of competition in the marketplace we want to see. If the government succeeds in this case in making iOS look like Android, then all of a sudden the consumer who actually likes that curated walled garden experience doesn't really have an option anymore. I think sometimes about, people's parents and grandparents, they don't want to necessarily tinker. Some people do want to tinker and customize, and they, often choose Android. And so I just think in some ways this suit kind of disrespects the people who just want, a device like a phone to work pretty seamlessly out of the box, because I think that's what the case ultimately is attacking.
That's interesting, Adam. Thank you. Good insights on all this. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.